Okay, hello. Today I am going to be talking about my pregnancy journey. And the reason I feel compelled to talk about it is because I have had the worst pregnancy journey, I feel like, in terms of like sickness and everything. And I was in no way, shape, or form prepared because I had no idea like how bad it could truly be. So I want to make this video because I feel like if I had heard from other expectant moms or moms that like it could be this bad, I would have just been mentally prepared better. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, kind of like the ugly side of pregnancy. Just, I don't know, in hopes that like someone can relate or just help better prepare someone who might have a similar experience to me. So I'll back up and I'll try to make this semi-brief. So Greg and I got pregnant basically before we were even really trying. We got pregnant like the very first month that we possibly could have, which was much sooner than expected, which we are so grateful for. And I know that there are tons of people who struggle with fertility and getting pregnant, and my heart goes out to them. And I realize like how fortunate and lucky we were to have like it happen so fast. But yeah, like we were not expecting it to happen that fast. I thought it would take maybe like 6 months or something. I don't know. But anyway, we got pregnant right away, which was, you know, a huge blessing. But then, and everything was like very smooth until week 6. And I had done like a lot of reading about, I don't know, pregnancy as soon as I found out I was pregnant, but not really before. But I had this idea in my head that like, because I'm like pretty healthy, like I exercise a lot, I eat healthy, and like we got pregnant so easily that like pregnancy, this is so silly now saying it, pregnancy like wouldn't really faze me. Like this idea, and I think it's partially constructed from the media, partially constructed because I hadn't heard otherwise, of like morning sickness being this like, oh, you wake up and you might like feel a little sick and you might throw up and then like go about your day and you're fine. Like that's what I thought like morning sickness was in my head. And I recognize that like this experience that I'm going to detail is completely my own experience. Other people that I've talked to have had much better experiences. Pregnancy has been much easier. They haven't had to deal with morning sickness. So like those people, that's awesome. And they are very lucky. I kind of thought I would be one of them. Don't know why, but whatever. And I was definitely not. I can say like with conviction that pregnancy has been the worst time of my life. And that's not even like me being dramatic at all. Like it truly has been horrendous. There's no pregnancy glow. I have not been glowing. I've been very sick. So yeah, I guess I'll go back to week 6 is when I started feeling ill. And I was sick. And when I say sick, I don't mean like, oh, feel a little off, like whatever. I mean throwing up multiple times a day, sometimes not throwing up at all, but basically straight up nauseous 6 days a week, at least 6 to 7 days a week from week 6 to basically week 18. So I'm 21 weeks now. So for the past couple weeks, I have been feeling better, but this nausea was literally unlike anything I have ever experienced. Like I had absolutely no appetite all day. I would force myself to eat because I knew that I like obviously needed to. But yeah, like sometimes I would throw up in the morning. Sometimes I would throw up in the middle of the day. Sometimes I would throw up in the evening. Sometimes I'd throw up at 10 p.m. hours after I had eaten. Sometimes I'd throw up every meal that day. And more than just the throwing up was just like the constant nausea that I had for 12 weeks straight. Like this was not on and off. This was not just in the morning. This was literally all day, every day. And for someone who, like, I love to eat, and I feel like most people know this about me, like, my appetite is like my North Star. Like I've lived my entire life, like always being hungry, wanting to eat, loving to eat food. Like that's one of my favorite things. Like I truly enjoy eating. So I felt like that was taken away, and everything that I tried, like literally did not work. I tried, you know, the stuff that my doctor recommended to me. I tried small meals. I tried bland foods. I did away with fried foods. I didn't eat a lot of meat. I think the worst part was just that like there was no cure. Like for the first time in my life, I felt so fucking ill. Like I had like this baby was sucking truly the life out of me, and I don't want to get like emotional about it, but like when you feel that way, you start to feel so guilty, because there was a period when I just hated it. Like I wanted the baby out. Like it was truly horrible, and then I would feel horrible and so guilty for feeling that way, you know, because obviously this is a blessing. But I've never consistently felt so ill in my life, and then you just have so many feelings, and it's not even like I expected, like you hear about pregnancy hormones and like, oh, you're just gonna start crying and blah blah blah. Like it wasn't even like that for me. Like it was truly just about not being able to eat, not being able to like nourish my body, and then like still being expected to like show up to work and like be on top of everything and just like hold this in, and like I pretty much like for a period of time, like I didn't leave my house, especially because we're in quarantine. I was trying to run still, and I did run even though I felt absolutely horrible. It was just, it's honestly been the worst. And like I thought I wanted like 3 or 4 kids, and like now I've told Greg like I don't even want, like the idea of going through this again is like it fills me with dread. And like I know it's like so terrible to say, but like I can't be the only one who has ever felt this way. Like, and that's why I'm talking about it, because like I don't want it to be like, even though like I'm filled with guilt about like resenting this unborn baby that I know I'm gonna love, and like as soon as it's born, like everyone's like, oh yeah, you'll forget about how horrible pregnancy was. But like I won't forget. I will never forget this, but of course I will be so happy to have this baby. You know, like I'm so grateful, but at the same time, like I also feel like it's okay to be like, fuck this fucking sucks. And like that's how I felt. And then I would just like be so upset with myself for feeling that way that I would like beat myself up, and then like that didn't help, and I would get really worked up, and it was just like this never ending like shame cycle. And it's supposed to be like, and I also felt bad because it's supposed to be like the happiest time, one of the happiest times of my life, right? But there were other personal things going on at the time that kind of darkened my pregnancy as well. And then, but more than anything, it was just like the physical toll it took on my body, and it's taken on my body thus far, has been horrendous. And it made me so sad because I have not enjoyed this process, and I really wanted to. But my doctor has been super great. Like I've talked to her a lot about it, and she's been so supportive and like basically told me like I'm allowed to feel however I feel. And I think that's something important, because like as someone who's going through this, like I have older sisters who have had babies, but like I'm not super close with them. And I don't have a lot of friends yet who have had children, like close friends, and I don't have anyone really in the city. And I can't really like go and see people socially because of quarantine. So it's just been like isolating. It's been just physically, I just like, I have to talk about it so that like I wish that I had seen a video like this, is basically what I've told to Greg like so many times. Like, I'm someone who likes to be as prepared as possible. Like, I like all the knowledge, I like all the information. Like, I like to set like the bounds of what I'm about to do. And so to be so unprepared, that really also threw me off. So I've reiterated it enough, but basically what I want to say to women who are going through pregnancy right now, or who are trying to get pregnant, or have been pregnant, will be pregnant one day, like, your experience is completely your own. I hope that it's better than mine has been. But if not, like, you're valid in your feelings however you feel. If you hate pregnancy, that's okay. And like, you obviously know you'll be happy once the baby's born, and it's okay to not enjoy the process. And I think that's kind of the main point that I want to get across. And yeah, it's been horrible, and I feel like this side of it isn't shown at all. Harriet wants to come in here, but yeah, I wish everyone the best. And please feel free to reach out to me as always. Like, I love hearing other people's stories. Like, even some people have reached out to me, and it's been tremendously helpful. So anyway, it's okay to hate pregnancy, and we'll get through it. That's what I keep telling myself. That's what, like, my motto has always been, but this damn near broke me. And you know what? That's okay. Like, you wake up and you go about your day, but like, women are the superheroes of the world. Like, men have no fucking idea what it's like. So I also think that's important to point out, like, women are superheroes. Yeah, thanks for watching.